I'm gonna yell. If you can't hear me, tell me you can't hear me, and I don't care. There's a lot of stuff to do.
This guy.
Let's go racing. Thank you.
Alright guys, welcome back. So it is day one of drag week. We don't really know where we are because of all the issues that we had testing yesterday, or what we thought might be issues. So we're basically just going out blind, and we will have some answers by, I don't know, like an hour from now. So drag week has changed over to sick week rules, and you have an hour for each run class. There's 4 total. We have 38 in our class, but we're class A, and so we run initially, that's 850 and quicker, and so we have an hour for that. But today A and B are running together, so we need to go up, make a pass, and then we'll be down for like 2.5 hours, and then we will have all run. So we'll see.
Right-hand side of this car is flat as Brian's head, and
They know, I guess they're watching you. So the ship is popping down. Oh. Just put it out. There you go. Oh, I tried.
GearVendors, but it's like I turned it off and it's like go, like what it did when it raised its end when the GearVendor was.
Or a rear end.
So it's in the GearVendor area, or like a rear planet, one of the two. Alright, so went up and I was like, if the car burns, if the transmission burns up, it burns up. Like, it is what it is. And I felt good, car launched good, went straight, felt solid. It's nice, not a pass. Shifted in second, felt good, and then it was like immediately to the rev limiter. So there's either a shaft in the transmission that snapped, something in the GearVendor snapped. I don't know, but everything's in neutral. So we're gonna tow this back and start looking. Yay. I love transmission work. I love anything to do with that area of the car. It's awesome.
So I'll back up and go.
Technology's good. You're good. Good. I mean, it felt so good. I was like, yeah, I don't care. It was, I glanced down when I was on the brake, 250 pounds of pressure on the brake, launched, and I was like, yeah!
You weren't supposed to be looking at the brake.
Well, I I did.
Okay, so we're gonna try that. I hope it don't.
It was so straight. So straight.
Crisp, everything was good.
It bumped in so nice, like it's full. Right here, you can see RPM, and it's climbing, 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 looking great, and then it dips, like it could have been second gear activation.
Yeah, that's probably second
And then
gear.
it's
That would be, no, it was right at, well, no, it was at second gear because it broke and went straight up. So it broke into second gear shift. Same as before.
that pink line up there, like it's a shift point. So like I shifted, it came back up in pressure, and then it snapped.
It just snapped right when you shifted second. Was the pressure good all the time though?
275.
275? Wow.
270, 275. Even when it was like dead, like it was, after it hit the chip and I'd let off, it stayed 270.
I wonder if we should lower the pressure.
It's making that second gear violent. Do you want me to go get some chairs out of the track?
No, we got to get under that car. As soon as you get your video looked at.
No, and you know, the pump's turning here. I felt I could feel the pump over there. Right, Dennis?
That's right, I couldn't see it.
I decided to say it before you did. I had to say it before you did. It sounds much better.
Okay, back to what we were
Okay, which is like me lifting up the back.
and see why we tear down.
Mr. Badass Motor Builder.
Transmission builder too.
Yeah. You shitting me. Totally.
Can we get that piece out of there? You want some channel locks? Or is it trash?
No, well,
I mean,
it could be. Yeah, channel locks with both. Let's get this piece out.
I really want to know what's going on. Oh no. It's hard on motors and it's hard on getting laps up there. We have $1,000 in a race.
Okay, so I win an award for breaking the most pieces on a GearVendor. I don't know what happened. Rick's over there working the shafts. We snapped an input shaft on it, and it's just sent the motor to the rev monitor. So, good thing is we have the parts to fix it because GearVendors is here. Bad news is we have to make another pass, and that pass was so good. So anyways, we shall go again.
Yep.
Cool! Rick, that's award winning. Actually, that's what it did in Bradenton. That's not new.
That's exactly it. You know, we broke it right here.
Yeah.
And Bradenton is snapped right there.
This is not
Yeah, I got pictures. I can show you it broken no ring through. Or snap ring through.
5 points. High score.
There you go.
169, 120.
Better.
That was a lot. What was it?
That was a good
7-1?
705. I didn't get the mile per hour. Or 05.
Oh,
Oh, one?
yeah.
Dang, that was moving, man.
118, 60 foot. So
What was this? What was the mile per hour?
201. 201.
201.
Oh, it was a 705, but a 201. Sorry, I
Oh,
misunderstood.
705.
So we got the GearVendors fixed. Got the car like good to go. Went up, made a pass. It was a 188 or 1.188 60 foot. So super happy with that for what this car is. We didn't break anything. Also a positive.
Yeah, it is slow.
And we'll be able to turn in a 705 at 201. So I know it's awesome.
Either way.
I didn't have a chance to even say hi. I know, you were busy yesterday. I was like, I don't want to interrupt the brake power and the flow.
Maps are over there.
Take a second.
Don't forget to take
705. So, dang. I'm happy with it. Yesterday was a day, so. Thanks, ma'am.
And then your directions are right over there.
Okay. All right, so we wrapped up the first day.
Seems like day 5.
I know, it's been a long drag week. It's just now starting, but there's lots of carnage and lots of stopping today. Lots of people quit, lots of carnage. It was a hot day, but supposedly the rest of the week's gonna be like 60. So after we fixed the GearVendor, it's almost like the shaft, the cryo shaft that Rick had was possibly like a bad batch or something. Because we put our old cryo shaft back in and works great.
Yeah.
No issues.
No problems. Hopefully it makes it a whole week like that.
Yep. So we ran a 705 at 201, which puts us either first or second in our unlimited iron class. So or ultimate iron, whichever it is now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So it's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Considering it was lots of heat, lots of water in the air.
It was a
It
hot
wasn't
day.
a good day. I
No.
mean, that was a 690 pass at Tulsa the other day.
Yeah.
And it was a 690 pass yesterday.
Yeah. So we gotta look at the tune, make sure everything's healthy and happy, and then dial it, and then hopefully tomorrow's nice, cool. We have a good drive tonight,
Yeah.
hopefully. So
We're still a little nervous of trans pressures, but it's working, so we're just not looking.
we have adopted the send it, I believe, mentality, which is not us,
Yeah.
but everything we do to be preventative has not worked. So if it hurts itself, we know we're gonna have to fix it anyway. So
Yeah, we're sending it.
it is what it is.
Sometimes it's like less is better.
It's
Less
one of those
is
things
more.
you take the data off and you don't know it's an issue, because we've had the transmission pressure issue, which was what we were questioning yesterday. It still does very weird stuff, but in the past it's got great pressure, 260, 270 pounds the entire way, so it's not going to hurt stuff like that. So that we're racing against, so it's pretty exciting. So anyways, we're going to get food. We haven't eaten all day. It's been hectic. It's been a rush. We'll keep you guys updated. Okay, checkpoint 1 of the day. We are 85 miles into like 260 miles. The car is driving great. We're having no issues. Don't want to jinx myself, but it's going really good. So we're able to cruise at like 75. When we were on race week last time, we were having trouble with keeping the trans cool because we had relocated the trans cooler from in front of the tire, just for safety purposes, to the back with a big fan. But that didn't work, so we've moved it back to in front of the radiator. And it's keeping it cool, and we're able to move pretty quick. So we got Derek McGrew and his 6-year-old son in here. They're traveling with us, and we're actually not the last people right now, so that's kind of not usual. But we're gonna get back on the road, and what do you think?
I think we're doing good.
55's happy?
Yep, it's scooting right along.
All right, and we're back at it. It's hot. I don't know if you can tell. Look at the sweat. There's so much sweat. lot of people here. We made it before midnight. It is only 10:30. 55 is good to go. So we had a good drive, cruised like 80, 85. Everything looks good. I feel good about the 55. So with that said, I would count day one as a success. I was gonna have Dad close this with me, but he's on a quick trip to bed. So he ran in real quick. Meg's waiting on me inside so she can get into our room. But anyways, 7:05, 2:01. If I run 200 miles an hour tomorrow, I will be officially in the 200 mile an hour club at Hot Rod Drag Week, which is a major deal to me. And if that happens, we will talk more about that and the qualification and all that. So hopefully that is what we see tomorrow. I'm feeling good about the 55. We did have cylinder number 8 was a little bit lean today. Not really concerning. I mean, it's something we have to watch, but we just saw it start to be on the plug a little bit. Give us some signs. But anyways, nothing that I'm too concerned about, or Dad. If he was here, he'd say the same thing, but like I said, it's time for bed. We've been driving, but I'm going to try to stay up and edit. So anyways, that is it for now. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and be happy, go fast, and stay pretty. I will see you guys next time.
Good to have the guys up in the tower announced. Look at this, I'm reading the whole message again. Yes, Alex, we can announce that. If you have ordered parts from Summit, they have come in and they are at the front office. All well in this case. 2001 Mike Warner now coming up. The 1987 Volvo wagon. One attempt earlier today. Which the car.
Alright, so welcome back. It is day 2 of Drag Week. We ended yesterday with a 7:05 and 2:01. Went through some tuning changes. I talked to Paul Powell over there and he helped me get some ideas on what to do. So we're getting ready for pass 1 after our slight trouble, which you'll see in just a second, that we had this morning. Dad and I got here, got the car switched over, we ran through the lash on the valves, and I looked down and I was like, that keeper is broken. So we were real close to catastrophic failure. Thankfully, it didn't happen, we caught it in time, so hopefully everything is still good, it's not damaged, we'll see, but I'm gonna go ahead and get in line. We are in impound today, so we'll be in a different line than our regular just like A-B class. So anyways, we're gonna roll up there now. Okay, so first pass of the day, I ran a 7:20. What I run? 7:21. I ran a 7:21 at 198. I missed the 200 club, but I short shifted. Part of it's my fault. I'm still a little bit paranoid because I don't want to break stuff, so that at least got us a pass. But at the top end, there was an excessive amount of oil come out the breather after our incident with the valve earlier. We also had a little bit of a hot cylinder yesterday. Hopefully we didn't get a piston. Hopefully we didn't hurt something detrimental. Didn't act too funny driving back, but never know. We're gonna pull the covers, check stuff out, clean stuff up. May or may not make an another pass, but hopefully if it's something broke, we can fix it because I got a decent pass to turn in. So I'd like to go faster, but we'll see how the day goes.
As to why we're discussing reaction time, there is a new rule here that you cannot have a reaction time more than a very, very pathetic 1 second, or we take any portion of that time that is above 1 second and add it to your speed.
Had a pretty lazy 60-foot time, so he's back for another shot at it. Street Machine Eliminator. Thanks to all the fans that have come out to hang out with us today.
That's just not
Great group of
normal.
folks bailing out on work.
I'm
We
gonna go find a
appreciate your
bathroom.
lack of productivity.
Update on
Like the
what we
oil,
think.
I said that we have a major mess, we may have an issue.
So when you came back, when she came back, I was like, she said, this oil inside the car came through the grommet on the firewall. Well, that's really scary. What that means is there was a lot of crankcase pressure. There's no reason for that unless you take a piston rings or something out. So I was nervous that we were about to have to pull the intake and head and maybe do a piston in it. But this morning, I guess she's already explained that she found a broken keeper on the valve. So I thought maybe it has, you know, if we dropped the valve, it took a piston out. But when we started it, we pulled the valve cover, there's nothing wrong there. She did. We cranked it around without it starting, and if it's got a bad piston, it'll make a up and down while it's cranking sound, because you'll have one hole that's not got compression. It sounds fine. I think the deal is that I forgot, or I didn't forget, I drained our puke tank this morning, but it was cold, and I really expected it to have a lot of oil in it. It had none, so I shut the valve. Well, I think our puke tank had a lot of oil in it. She went back out, the oil got warmed up. It just literally fills up, the inertia pushes it up here, and it comes out of the breather and goes through the firewall grommet. So I feel better about it. I don't think it's actually got a piston. Everything seems fine. I just didn't let it drain long enough.
Your standard junkyard LS with a couple of turbo lines off this thing.
Okay, so what I would tell you to do is go the opposite on that one. I'd tell you to pull about 40% out of that hole. But that guy right there, it ain't fire. That will cause all your signals to fuck. You got every one not get anything, not get anything. And so the brake system will go like that. So that guy right there, I mean, he doesn't even have to add anything. He just starts the car. It's got nothing. That right there is probably the top of the track. So definitely 80, 90. I mean, so between those two things, then we'll look at tomorrow and see what the signal looks like. We just want to get that. Once that RPM signal gets straight, then everything makes sense.
Thank you.
Tommy, make sure the roof patch is latched. Yesterday, Tommy said it 2 times.
He's making us hold now. Safety or something and died. Damn. Just had to figure out what to do. Did you have to start it?
Pretty good Street Machine, or trying to anyway. Oh, the Aussies have made it back. Says Wick Goose, 13.25.6 at 108.89.
That was one that Brian and I have been personally waiting for on the left-hand at this point.
Do you have an update?
Buddy, KJ Jones.
Do you have an update?
So I just made my second pass, and we're gonna call it after that. I just wanted to try to see if I could do better. Turns out it did worse, but I wanted it for testing purposes because we made some changes. We're chasing, the RPM looks like it's fluttery, kind of gritty. So we made some changes and stuff to check it. And this gives me data, so we can correct whatever happened there and go back to tomorrow. But I got something good to turn in, decent, 721. So we're gonna pack up, look at data, and we got a long drive ahead of us. stop here because I missed my turn. That's Dad waiting on me, probably somewhat impatiently because I kind of missed my turn.
Did you get lost in there?
See, I knew.
What?
I ran into everybody. I was chatting.
You should watch where you're going. You wouldn't run into them.
Can you hand me that Red Bull in there? Needs to go in the cooler. Because anything in here longer than 25 seconds is miserable. I was talking to John and he said that it's hot today. Hotter than yesterday. I don't understand this. Guys, it's almost October, September, into September, and it's hot. But on the bright side, check that trailer out.
We got people getting in front of us. We're gonna not call.
We're seeing how many cars we can pass. With a GearVendor.